Rob, and me.
Janet.
We have Alex Pickett with Creative Loafing. Alex, thank you very much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
You know, I really love the red and blue. Could it have anything to do with Democrats and Republicans, or does it have to do with the Red Sea?
No,
It's the
it
red
can
tide.
be both.
It can be both. There you go. It's
It can be both.
Look at the symbolism throughout the whole
It
piece.
can be both. You know,
Alex,
you wanted to welcome.
No.
I'm sorry.
Just tripping over yourselves trying to talk.
I just wanted to say welcome to the show, Alex. But go ahead, Janet, finish up.
Well,
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
You know, as fascinating as the Red Sea is, I really want to hear about the YouTube CNN debate. I think that's an awesome thing, and I think CNN is really doing a great job with the YouTube relationship they have formed. What were your thoughts on it?
Well, me and my colleague, the political whore, Wayne Garcia.
Wayne Garcia.
Wayne, baby, I haven't seen Wayne in a while.
We both blogged live from the CNN debates. He was inside in Spin Alley, so you go to the website at creativeloafing.com.
How did he get inside? Where were you? At
He
home?
got the press credentials. I was outside with the freaks. It was a
With the
circus.
freaks.
It was a circus, let me tell you. You had the Ron Paul people chanting up and down. You had this unity march with the Democrats and the Green Party. And,
What
you know,
a
various
circus,
other
huh?
people.
It must have been just awesome,
It
though.
was the homeless activists, you know.
Oh, that's
I
right,
love
because the
it.
homeless people were out there.
Exactly.
Well, was this your first convention or first debate that you covered?
Yeah.
What
it
was one of the high points and one of the low points for you?
I'd say one of the low points was the little unity march thing that they had in Pioneer Park before they actually went and protested in front of my half-free. It's a little bit low-key. I only give it really one fist up if we were to rate the protest. But a high point is just seeing kind of all the crazy interactions, the Ron Paul people interacting with the homeless. Because, you know, Ron Paul, he's like the right-wing, like, libertarian guy. And is you know, as much as he loves going against the Iraq War, he doesn't go for social services or any of that. So to have them debating each other is really interesting.
So I get it now. So Wayne Garcia was blogging on the actual candidates debating, and you were blogging
He
on
saw
all
Chuck
the
Norris.
environment
outside.
around it. What's going on? The whole
Right.
chutzpah and hoopla
Did
that's
you get
going
to
on
see
around it.
Did you get to see the candidates walk in, or did they come through like a secret agent door in
they
the
all
back?
went through a secret because there was just so many people in front there. I don't think they wanted to deal with it. There was a few Giuliani supporters that wound their way and got nose to nose with people, and
Oh,
you know, a few
wow.
Romney. Yeah, it got
Were you
a little-
nervous?
People got
Did you take
arrested.
pictures of it?
Oh yeah, if you check out blurbex.com, the other Creative Loafing blog, I have a whole bunch of pictures.
Awesome. Very
Check it
cool.
out.
So what else besides doing some politics and stuff? I'm sure you and Wayne are going to go through some great trials and tribulations over the 2008, you know, the whole election year and everything like that, going and finding and snooping around. But what else are you up to? Is there any? Have you been?
Tropicana Field
like,
at St. Pete this week, right?
You've been hitchhiking?
You always go back to that.
I love that.
I just got to do it again just for you.
Please take me with you.
It's
That's
all
what I
about
wanna
St.
do.
Petersburg this week for Alex.
It is because, you know,
Wednesday.
yesterday when they had the debates, they also, the race unveiled their new plan for the waterfront, the stadium. It was exactly like that. And also their redevelopment plan for Tropicana Field when they bulldozed the dome and put it up. And again, all of this is just proposals. You know, the voters have to vote on it. But, you know, a lot of people don't know that when you look at Tropicana Field right now, all the parking lots and that big dome, there used to be a neighborhood there. And this was only 20 years ago, you know, in the mid-'80s. And it was a real neighborhood. It, you know, it had schools, it had churches, it had, you know, stately homes and little shacks, it had dry cleaners, you know, your lunch counters. It was a real neighborhood.
I don't think people realize the size of the property that all the
No, they
parking lots
don't,
of
'cause I
Tropicana
didn't
Field
realize
cover.
that.
It's enormous.
Over
Right.
800 people lived, worked, you know, played and prayed there.
So then what your point is they're going to bulldoze that?
Well, they bulldozed that neighborhood to put
Right.
Tropicana Field there. And when they bulldozed it, they said, you know, this is for the people. You know, this is for this community. It's gonna bring economic benefits and
revitalize the whole thing.
A lot of people don't know that they were gonna put an industrial park on one side of it, and that was gonna give jobs to the people, and then they were gonna renovate all the people's homes.
Oh, sounds
and
familiar.
then put affordable housing on the outlying areas. That was their plan. Well, suddenly this stadium idea came in. They said, oh, well, this is better.
Oh,
You know,
this is good.
This will give us even better benefit. It will benefit the whole city. And
because everybody needs a parking attendant.
There you go.
I mean, what?
They said thousands of jobs, tens of thousands of jobs, all sorts of money. And what's happened? It's a few hundred jobs. And there's a reason why the Fergs, the owner, Mark Ferguson, there's a reason why he's the only business owner quoted in any race story. It's because he's the only business owner around there that's profited off of this. So now with this new proposal, they're saying, well, we'll raise the dome, we'll put in retail, we'll put in all this development, affordable housing, and it'll be an economic benefit. It'll be the greatest thing for
so they're
St.
saying
Pete,
the same thing they said initially.
And you know, and I don't want to, you don't want to knock it until it comes up, and eventually the voters are going to come. But you know, we have such a short memory here, and Tampa Bay and the nation as a whole that they've made these promises before, and people need to think about that and really vet out this proposal.
They got to dig back to how they felt back then. You know, they're actually different people today than they were, and unfortunately, a lot of people like myself, to me, it seemed like, wow, baseball, that's cool. I mean, actually, there was no baseball at the time. I thought it was going to be a great concert venue, to be honest with you, because the first thing I went to in like 1985 or 86 was a concert there. I went to like a Billy Idol concert at the Tropicana Field. Actually,
that was back when it was Thunderdome.
Thunderdome. But
give us.
People need to think back, do a little research on what it was, what's happened, where it's going, and the promises that people are going to.
And this is going to affect the voting too, because as great as that stadium looks, and it looks great, this is going to the voters, and a lot of the voters are in the African American community there, and remember this, and they don't want it to go. Everybody I talk to, they want the Tropicana to stay.
Give us some C&Ds for this weekend.
Well, tomorrow we have Alaska's traveling fiddler poet. That's coming into the Globe Coffee Shop in St. Pete.
Can't miss that.
Well, I mean, you never get enough fiddling in your life.
Especially
or fiddling poets. Right.
On Saturday is WMNF's Holiday Bazaar, and a lot of used CDs and books, and it's a real big event, and that's at the Cuban Club.
Do they ditch all their stuff from their facility, and they just go out and just kind of purge? And
That's where a lot of it comes from. Yeah,
obscure, great stuff, I'm sure there.
Exactly, and I believe the proceeds go to WMNF, and y'all love WMNF.
Love it.
And then on Saturday, actually the same day, out here we're gonna have Santa Fest in Ybor City.
What's that?
So you can, it's the
Creative
Santa
Loafing
Parade.
Santa Fest?
No, it's the city parade.
Oh yes, I do. I remember we went there last year. They had ice skating last year, but it took like 8 hours to get ice skating. Whatever.
Everybody's got to sit on Santa's lap sometime, right?
Alex, thanks for hanging out tonight. A little bit later than you usually are. It's a pleasure always to have you.
No
here.
problem.
Alex, got to tell you, thanks so much. Okay, I was just going to thank him for being on the show this evening. But go ahead. No, you go talk. I'm cool. I'm out.